So, okay. Now, after spending a lot of time for creating something, for example, Thomas sir is going out and travel, and then he takes a lot of photographs. Then you can see Priya preparing for the evaluation competition, writing down a lot of notes after a lot of this research. Jayanti is doing a dance program and then actually creating a new step for dance. This guy, Sundareshan, our general evaluator, is actually not doing dance up, but still he makes some dance steps and try to create a new work out of it. So all of you have created something, right? All of you have created something. When you create something, so what is your feeling? You feel proud, right? When you create something new, when you create a work, whether it is song, a picture or a photograph, anything, you feel proud, right? So you share it with people. You may not share it, but when after that, after some time, when you see people just copied it, what do you feel? Next one. You are angry bird, right? You feel angry. So without your permission, people are copying it. You feel angry, right? So when you feel angry, the next step you're thinking about, what should I do? I wrote this, I made this. I don't have a control over this. I should have a control over it. This is a natural way of thinking. So here comes the protection. Here comes copyright. Copyright is not that much technical. Copyright is something which is practical, which is applicable for every person in their day-to-day life. For example, it gives you a set of rights. Those persons which we found that they didn't have, they were just staring at people copying their work. They have a lot of rights in their work. What are the rights? Copyright gives you a set of rights which prevents you from others from copying your work. Okay? So it also enables you to some other works, to some other rights, which I am going to explain to you next. For example, these are the rights which copyright empowers you. Make a copy of your work, whatever work you create, song, picture, drama, book, whatever. You have a copyright the moment you write it down. That moment your right starts. You get the right to copy the book or the work. You get the right to distribute it to somebody. You get the right to perform your work publicly. For example, you have a novel, you write down a story. You get a right to make it a movie, a drama, or give it to somebody for a translation or some other form of work. Everything is controlled by you. The last one, you have a right to display your work publicly. For example, you can post it in your social media or your blog or wherever you want. And the last one, you have a right to make derivative works, which I told you right now. For example, you can give to somebody to make drama or to make a movie out of it. So, in short, when you create a work, when you create something, the entire rights are up to you. So this is what called bundle of rights under copyright. So if anyone who is doing anything which I have mentioned without your permission, it's illegal. So it's illegal for anyone to do any of those rights which I mentioned right now without your permission. So he is liable for a copyright offense. Next slide. No. So having said this, I just want to make clear, is all works are copyrightable? No, all works are not copyrightable. There are some 2-3 requirements for that. First, the work should be fixed in a tangible medium of expression. What is that? For example, you write down something in a paper. You type something in your computer. Or you even scribble something on the backside of the agenda given to you. The moment you write it down, the moment you fix it, it's eligible for copyright. It need not be the time of fixing it is not relevant. For example, RAM. You type something and then erase it, gone. but you have a copyright in it, provided you have taken a screenshot of it. So the most important thing is you have to fix, it should be able to be fixed in a tangible medium of expression. The next thing is the work must be original. I'll come to that. The third point, it should have at least some creative effort. So I'll come to this originality, the second and third point in the next slide. The originality and creativity talks about, not the originality and creativity which is a big thing. The originality and creativity, it doesn't matter if a work is similar to other work. Originality doesn't mean that it should be exclusively something new in the market. It doesn't matter if it doesn't have any quality, aesthetic merits or something. Third, the most important thing, it only matters, the author spent some time to, without copying it from others, and has applied his creativity. So whatever he created is out of his intellect, without copying somebody. Even if it doesn't have quality, even if it doesn't have, even if it has some similarity, which the court can distinguish, your work is eligible for copyright. So the next slide. Now there are certain things still which cannot be copyrighted. Whatever your efforts, toil, or originality and creativity, there are certain things you cannot copyright. The first thing is ideas. These things, procedures, methods, system, process, concept, principle, discoveries. Ideas. I'll tell you as a classic example. The love stories, normal movies, you know, the masala movies around people who fall in love, a poor guy and a rich girl. So they fall in love and they get married. Okay, this is an idea. So just suppose one guy found out this particular idea, or this was there, he adapted and made a story. But anyone after that, if anyone tried to make a different expression out of it, each one is eligible for their own copyright. You can't say it's my idea. This is a fact. This is an idea. Love is an idea under law. So that idea cannot be copyrighted. Same mathematical principles, methods, systems, concepts, nothing can be copyrighted. For example, fact. The way you are writing down something like the way in which brain works, the way in which the accounts are set. The telephone directory, there was a famous case in US like it involved telephone directory, white pages, some people tried to copyright the white pages, that time it was called white pages. So the court said, no, this is the way in which you can write it down. It's a fact. Your system, your brain works, your body works, you write about all the stations of metro and then you put out a chart. You can't protect that kind of facts. Now the third one is title, name, short phrases and slogans. Slogans like small slogan which people come to us and say, okay, they make it like we will do it, customer friendly, for the customer. These are all short phrases. There is no creativity. There is no originality. This is all common. Then you just adapt it and tweak it and then make slogans. Okay, these are not copyrighted. So these are the fourth one is very important for Toastmasters. There are many, but I have taken this up. Improvised speeches or performance that is not written down are not copyrighted. If anyone tries to do a speech here without a script, I have done that. So, without a script, the moment you go, your speech is not copyrightable. But there is a condition, you have taken a video of that, then of course you have a right in it because it's fixed in a medium. So, and the things which are not written down, there's a poem, there's an impromptu poem, come here and then recite a poem. Please go back here, the poem is gone, you forget about the poem, unless it is recorded. So these are some of the things. So every Toastmaster should try to write down whatever they are performing it here. So these are some of the things which you have to take care of. The next thing is, what I suggest, whenever you make a work, a creative work, what has some value, try to put a serious note to others, public, saying that, see, I have a copyright in it, I am serious about it. So try to put this particular note for every work which you want, write over it, put this note, C in a circle, followed by the year of your publication and the name of the copyright owner. For example, You can see this slide belongs to me. The year is wrong. Okay, copyright 2001 Sunil Jose. It should be 2018. Sunil Jose, all rights reserved. It gives a notice to the people, to the public, that you are the author of this work. If you want to get some permission for copying and distributing it, please approach me. Now I'll go to some classic examples. You would have seen this monkey, right? You have seen this monkey. It's a very famous, internationally famous case. A photographer by the name David Slater went to Indonesia to get a closer picture of these macaque monkeys. So what he did, these monkeys are habitually shy. So he tried to take pictures. It didn't happen. So he placed the camera. Then he moved away. The monkeys came and clicked on it, and he made a selfie out of it. So there was a fight going on, like who is the owner of this. So finally, the US Supreme Court decided that animals cannot have copyright in their work. David Slater is the owner of this work. Because he set the camera, so angle, so Thomas is shaking his head. So as a photographer, he knows the pain. So the next is, okay, I don't have to tell you the story behind it. When just one day before Sarkar was released, there was a fight going on in the court about who is the author of the story. Varun, I think that guy's name is Varun, assistant director. He actually had written this story, and he said, I am the author. I have not asked about the story by Muruga Jose. Then finally, who won? Money won. The court has to come to a settlement. The Sun Pictures was the producer. Then they allowed one thing. They had, I have not seen the movie. It seems that they had to write down the name, like Varun, Mr. Varun. It's adapted from Mr. Varun's movie, right? Varun's story. I think there is some disclaimer. So that way it ended. But originally the story belonged to the previous name. The next slide. This is one. Somebody can read it. This particular name, because I can't read it, that's why. Yeah, this is happened in the last week. There was a fight going in the European Union court because these guys had a cheese and some other companies produced this cheese, and they went to court and said the taste is same, so we have a copyright over the taste, okay. So they can't copyright this stuff, okay. Now finally the European Union court said no, you can't copyright a taste. There is no intellectual creation. Sorry for people who are very good cooks here. There is no intellectual creations, application of intellectual thing in as of now in making food. So this case was rejected. The fourth one, the final one. This is a movie. You see the stars in this. It's supposed to be a movie which 1,000 crore rupees movie, which was based on Malayalam novelist M.T. Vasudevan story, it's the story of biopic of Bhima, one of my favorite character hero, and my all perception about Bhima changed after reading all the Amar Chitra Kathas. My perception was he's a mighty guy with a lot of thing and rough and tough guy. But when I read this movie, I felt very sad about thinking about Bhima in a different way. And I had a different angle, all his emotions and everything. You should read the English version of this story. So what I'm trying to say, he commissioned a director to make a movie out of this book. What happened, the condition was it should be made in 3 years. But within 3 years, it didn't happen. So the project was actually happened, but the movie was not completed. So what he did, he asked the court to give back the script, asked the other party to give back the script. They didn't oblige. He went to the court, and finally the court said, okay, you give back the. Sorry, now the 1,000 rupees project is 1,000 crores. Yeah, 1,000 crores. Yeah, 1,000 crores is hanging. It's not yet completed, but see the power of copyright is not only for big business; it's for all of us. It was just a book. Now today they are supposed to make a movie, 1,000 crore movie out of this single book. And the power is with you. Because you are the copyright owner of the movie. Try to impose your copyright through mere copyright notice. Whenever you have work, try to do try to put a copyright notice wherever you want to protect your right. It also will help you. Maybe in future a movie will come out of your work.